Hello guys, my name is Michael and welcome to a new GTK tutorial. Today we are going to learn new things. Today we are going to learn how to list the available properties for our object. We already know that the button has those properties. We already know that the button, which is derived from GTK bin, a container, widget, and so on, also inherits those properties as well. But how do we know which properties are available? How do we know which property works for our button, and so on? For this, you need to remember all those properties, or you need to test them. It is quite complicated, isn't it? The good thing is that we can find out programmatically what kind of available property are available for our application, or better say for our object in this case. So for this, there is a function which I'm going to introduce you in a second, and with the help of this function we are going basically find out a way of how many properties are available and which are those properties for our program. For this, the function is called GObjectClassListProperties, which, as you can see, returns a double pointer, takes two parameters. The first one is the object class, and the second one says return the location for the length of the current array. Okay, so basically this means with those two parameters right here, we can find out the information which we need. How it works? Well, let us go back to our program. Our program looks now just, I cleared from the last video, it's just a button, nothing special. So I'm going to create a function, list the properties and list properties function. I'm going to call it. There will be nothing special for you that you need to remember. The only thing which you need to remember is that you need the object. So in this case it will be the button. Okay, so that being said, let us create this function right here. Void list properties, and you know what, GObject. Let's use the GObject. This means that we need to cast the button also. So GObject, okay, to pass it as an object. Now, what do we know? What do we need? As you already see, we need a double pointer. So I'm going to copy this one right here, and I'm going to say list. And then, of course, we need also end properties. I'm going to copy right there from here and pass it right here. Now that we have this information, we are going to say list, and then we are going to point it to this function, like I'm doing right now. And the first one, it is the object class which we need. So GObject class, get class, sorry, get class, and we are going to pass the object right here. And the second one will be the n properties, which is a pointer, so we need to pass its address. Now, once that we have this list, we can use a for loop for this. And slash then n properties. We don't know, isn't it, how many are, but we'll see in a moment. And here we are going to say we are going to get a default value. So gparams spec get default value, and for this, of course, this time we need a list I, yes, And now we can print the gprint, and we can say property wherever property and then of course we have the property name as well. Let's see what happens. So and then we are going to call gparam spec get name and list. You know what, I'm going to make some changes right here. So const g char name, and I'm going to use it right here. Now let me compile it and run it. Passing our tool list properties frame computer expecting. Okay, yes, because I passed a pointer right here. Sorry guys, my bad. Okay, we need an integer, not a pointer, because we are passing its address right here. Okay, let me compile it and run it. See, okay, we have another problem, because problem, of course, we need gparam spec returns a pointer, so we need a pointer right here as well. And still again, unused variable default value. Yes, because we need to use that default value, and let me compile it and run it without that default value for a second. And as you can see, let me drop the show all right here. We don't need to print the button right now. We need only to see the available option. So watch. Now we have the available information which we needed. As you can see, we have properties. How many? 54. Whoa! You see, this is the available. These are the available properties for the GTK button at this point. Action name, action target, append table, events, window, wherever, margins, expand, and so on. You see, relief. So basically, this is how you find how many properties are available, and this is how you find out which properties are available as well. So about the const default value, why I wanted to show you something. I don't know. I wanted to show you something, but I'm not sure. Anyway, const gchar, I don't know, let's say type name. Why? Yes, why not? Let me use it to type name. And I'm going to say g value type name. Yeah, right. Type name. And of course we are going to pass the default value inside. And now I'm going to use the type name as well right here. And let me put some tabs here. Okay, let's see how it's working. Yeah, it works fine, but looks a little bit ugly. Let me clean this code. So I'm going to use -20 inside the string representation to see how it looks like now. It looks a little bit better, but it's still not looks like the way I want it. So let me put another tab right here, and I'm going to use also here I don't know, let's say also -20, and here I'm going to put 2 to clean the first one. Yes, now looks better, isn't it? Now we have action name, it is a gchar array. You see, action target is a gvariant, relate and so on. The style is a GTK style. if we say the x1 is G float, and so on, relief is a G relief style. You see, now we found out also with the help of G value type name, with the value. I didn't introduce you, I think, this function at all, so let me go a little bit to this function, which is a macro, sorry. Anyway, G value type name, just use the G type name. You see right here, it's not something special. So gets the type name of the value. So this means basically, you see, if you call this macro, it is basically how you are calling G type name with G value type, something like this. Let me see if it works. It should work. Okay, so now I'm calling G type name, which we already used it, and we are passing inside the G value type, which we already used with these names into our program. Basically does the same thing, you see, but instead of using so much complicated code, I'm going to delete it. We are going to use the macro, which is G value type name. Now you saw how you can retrieve those available properties for our application. As you can see, now here we have how many properties, their names, and their data types which they are using. Visible, use a Gboolean, and so on, and this is very important for you to know those parameters those parameters which a specification which they are using. Okay, that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.